it's time for some more live Packers trivia. I'm Aaron Nagler, and with me, as usual, not always, but usually, is Perri Goldstein. Perri, welcome back.
Thanks. Glad to be back.
How are you feeling? You were a bit under the weather the other day.
I was. Definitely better. Still not 100%, but definitely better. Good enough to drink.
Good. That's what I'm talking about. Very on brand. I like it. Hello to everybody in the comments here. We got Context, Brandy, Packer Nation, Joey the Jaguar. We got all the regulars up in here. A Big B in the house after his big win yesterday. I like it.
Oh, nice.
Nice stash next. Thanks, Gretchen. Yeah, you know, it was time. The beard was really getting a bit unruly, and I didn't feel like dealing with it, so I just shaved down to the stash. We'll see how long it lasts.
I could not imagine having to shave my face. That sounds like I complain about like legs, but face.
I was just gonna say I can't imagine having to shave my legs. So you know, these are the trade-offs that we have. Well, my kids are back tomorrow, and I know Olive will absolutely light me up about the stash. So we'll see how long it lasts. Oh man! All right, Lisa, let's play some live Packers trivia here at CheeseheadTV. That's right, it's time for live Packers trivia here at CheeseheadTV. I'm Aaron Nagler, I'm with Perri Goldstein, and she is going to tell you folks how the game is played.
Yeah, so as some of our regulars know, there are 10 questions with our CheeseheadTV trivia. You get 30 seconds to answer, but the faster you do, the more likely you are to rise up in the leaderboard. Don't forget to use a hashtag. One day off, I forget the rules.
Nah, it's all right.
Don't forget to use a hashtag because the hashtag is the only way your answer is going to count. And if it's a 2-word answer, you only have to hashtag the first word, but spelling also counts. So 10 questions. We'll show you the leaderboard every few questions, and we're going to have some fun.
And good luck. Yeah, that's what we do. Something to take everyone's mind off of the nonsense that's going around in our world. Why don't you start us off with the first question there, Perri?
Okay. When Madden 20 was released last summer, who was the highest rated Packers player? Aaron Rodgers, Kenny Clark, David Bakhtiari, or Devontae Adams?
You're a big Madden player, I know. I have zero doubt. I'm just waiting I'm just waiting to build up my play enough to take you online because I know you'd probably dominate. So. Big Madden player.
No,
Perri Goldstein.
But I want to get into it because I've heard that's a good way to learn the scheme.
It is, very much so. You know, even comparative to a real NFL playbook, it is extremely simplified, but
yeah,
it's a really good way to reinforce kind of a knowledge of the basics of coverages, of route combinations, not so much blocking schemes because the blocking is just atrocious in Madden. It was so much better in 2K, but yeah, it's a good teaching tool, and they've gotten it to a point where I won't say it's realistic, but it does a really good job of kind of reinforcing some of the rules of football and the schemes.
Cool.
That's a good thing. How we doing, Lisa? We got 5 lucky souls. All right. These 4 players that we mentioned, Rodgers, Clark, Bakhtiari, and Adams, were the 4 highest rated for Green Bay, with David Bakhtiari coming in at the highest. Clark and Rodgers both had a 90 overall rating, with Adams coming in at 92. 3-time All-Pro Bakhtiari was given a 97 by the folks at EA Sports. Going to be very interested to see what that is next year after his slow start in 2019. All right, who knew what, and when did they know it, Lisa? Let's see the first top 5 here. Jared, big Madden player. He was all over that. Boyang. Steve Miller, take the money and run. Joey the Jaguar, and Josh Reuter. Strong 5 out of the gate here. Let's keep her moving, as Charlie likes to say. Next question. Packers Director of Football Operations, Milt Hendrickson, joined the Packers after 14 seasons with which team? The Raiders, Seahawks, Jaguars, or Ravens? Milt Hendrickson joined the Packers after 14 seasons with which team? Raiders, Seahawks, Jaguars, or Ravens? You knew this one without looking it up, right? I know you did.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sure.
Okay.
YouTube's a little behind us. That is not good. I don't like that. Yeah, I feel you. Oh, there's a lot of hashtags flying off the comment section, though. We got a lot of smart, good-looking viewers here at the old CheeseheadTV YouTube channel. I will tell you that.
What's most important?
It makes up for my raggedy ass. That's for sure.
The mustache does wonders.
Yeah, Krista says, I'm totally guessing here. Hey, I bet most people are, so don't even worry about it.
Take a shot.
How we doing, Lisa?
You never know.
All right, why don't you give him the answer there, Perri?
All right, Hendrickson was indeed with the Ravens for over a decade prior to joining Brian Gutekunst and the Packers. He and Gute go way back, and his first gig in the NFL was with Green Bay back in 2004 when he was an intern with the Packers personnel group. Came
the
full
more you
circle
know. Who would have thunk it? Yeah, he and Goody are way old friends, going back way before that, actually. They go back to college.
Love that.
So,
there's a lot of friendships across the NFL.
A lot of friends. Well, people don't understand how important relationships are in the league. Like, everyone talks about it and knows it, but it is what drives the NFL in a way that I think most people don't appreciate. All right, Lisa, who knew what? When did they know it? Gretchen coming in at 1.4 seconds.
Wow.
Kids, that's called kicking in the door and announcing your presence with authority. Gretchen knows what's up. Chris, Brett, Joe, Popeye, all with, look at that, all 5 seconds or less. Popeye was at 5.1 seconds, but that is damn impressive. Why don't you give us the next question there, Perri?
Okay, who led the Packers in interceptions in 2019? Kevin King, Jair Alexander, Tramon Williams, or Adrian Amos?
All
Great
fine
question.
young gentlemen.
Oh yes.
Tramon's a little more than young, but still
seasoned
young
vet.
comparatively. Seasoned veteran. But yes, those are the 4 possibilities. Tramon could be back, maybe after the draft. We'll see. Remains to be seen. I know it's something we don't want to talk about, especially around Corey Behnke, who really, really would be upset if they let Tramon walk, but we'll see.
Me too, Behnke. Me too.
I saw someone hashtag both words together. Make sure you hashtag just the first word. That is what YouTube will pick up. It's just, if there's 2 words,
call.
you just hashtag the first word. You don't need to do both. Sam, that's funny. Oh my goodness. How we doing, Lisa?
Care to share?
All right. Even with 2 brutal drops that were right in his hands, King still led the team with 5 interceptions on the year. Amos, Alexander, Savage, and Williams had a pair each. Kevin King had 5, would have had 7 if he held on a couple more. The comment I was laughing at was Sam Spear saying it would be Jair if he could catch. Yikes.
Ouch.
I mean, Jair did have a few right in his hands.
Oh yeah.
But it was funny because
I have
after
a
week
feeling.
1,
I have a feeling this year there's a few more he's gonna hold on to.
it's gonna happen. This is it.
Mhm.
This is the year.
He
Well,
heard
Kevin
it. He heard us.
He has definitely heard it. Hey, remember after well, you don't remember, but after week 1, I clipped Corey and I reacting to Kevin King dropping the interception against the Bears, and he said, I owe you one, and then literally got one the next week. So
Yeah.
clearly we are the motivating factor here. All right, Lisa. Who knew what? When did they know it? Oh, yeah, there we go. Boy, Yang throwing it down. Chad, Steve, Chris, and then a name/avatar/identifier that I will not even begin to try to
Eyeball.
comprehend, decipher. Eyeball, yes, eyeball coming in at number 5.
An eyeball.
There we go. What's our leaderboard? Let's look at our first leaderboard of the day, Lisa. How we doing? What's the top 10 looking like? Josh Reuter, strong at number 1. Chris, Cody. What's up, Cody? Jared, Joe. Look at this. The entire top 10 has all 3 right so far.
Impressive.
Strong
It's
group,
anybody's game.
people. Strong group. You better come correct. That's all I'm saying. All right. So is that, should I be doing this next one, or is that you? Oh, you do this next
I
question.
don't know. Okay.
You go ahead.
Are we sure? It doesn't matter. All right. Elton Jenkins was selected 44th overall in last year's draft. How many offensive linemen were taken before him? 4, 5, 8, or 2? Great pick.
That's a great question. Stick around and find out the answer. Got to work on that announcer voice.
Me?
It's 1 week till the draft. Can you believe it?
I'm so excited.
You're going to be
Maggie
joining us.
and I talk about
yes,
this all
our,
the time.
Our coverage. There you go. You're going to be joining us, right? Next Thursday night?
Oh, yeah.
For the draft?
Tune
Hell
in.
yeah.
Fun
Make
stuff
sure you're all here
awaits.
on the CheeseheadTV YouTube channel. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a long-ass stream because the Packers don't pick till 30th. So, well, we're going to have some fun. Going to have some special guests.
I'd rather be pick 30 than pick 3.
I mean, yeah, of course, because of what it means, but on the night of, yeah, I'll take pick 3.
I know,
right.
I know.
It'd be fine. Be good. But we're used to it by now. All right. Why don't you give him the answer there?
Okay. 8 offensive linemen came off the board prior to Jenkins getting the call from Green Bay that made him a member of the Packers. Jenkins started this year as a reserve lineman, but took over at left guard after an injury cut Lane Taylor's season short. Jenkins went on to have an outstanding rookie season, can't emphasize that enough, as the Packers starting
Truly.
left guard.
I mean, according to PFF,
phenomenal.
did not give up a sack or a pressure. That's not strictly true, but he did not allow what would be charged to him as a sack by the coaching staff. So that's pretty damn good.
He was listed in
pretty
their
damn good.
all-rookie team, right? Along with
Yes, he
Savage.
was indeed. Absolutely. I think he had a
Pretty
much better
good
year than Savage
drafting.
did comparatively. But yeah, no doubt about
Yeah.
it. All right, Lisa. Who knew what? Let's see it. Real DK, what is up? Got a nice
Welcome,
regular
man.
throwing down here. We got Brett, Ed, Ryan, and Eyeball. Wow, that's quite a jump between Ryan and Eyeball there. I think this is a tough one. I think we stumped some folks. Let's keep her moving, as Charlie likes to say. I'm gonna give us the next question here. Who holds the official franchise record for most sacks in a single game? Is it Reggie White, Vonnie Holliday, Bryce Paup, or Clay Matthews? Who holds the official franchise record for most sacks in a single game? White, Holliday, Paup, or Matthews? Uh-huh. Joey the Jaguar, I love your response. There are teams, there are gangs of people, according to this commenter, who are, one person is Google searching and the other person is answering. Hey, if that's actually what's happening, God bless you. God bless you all.
Yeah, if you're putting that much effort in,
If you're putting that much effort into it,
I don't know.
appreciate
I
you.
don't know. Yeah.
God bless you all.
Ugh.
I mean, I'm impressed, actually, is what I am.
All right, you want to give him
all
the
right.
answer?
I will. Vonnie Holliday holds the Packers' single-game sack record thanks to a 5-sack performance against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on December 22nd, 2002. Interestingly enough, and this is of particular interest for one Mr. Corey Banke, the Packers, in their media guide, acknowledge that both Ezra Johnson and Dave Purifoy had 5 sacks in a single game during the 70s, the late 70s. But that was prior to sacks becoming an official stat in 1982. And the reason this is of particular interest to Mr. Banke is that he is always going on about how Willie Davis is the true Green Bay Packers all-time sack leader. The Packers clearly have done the homework when it comes to knowing that Ezra Johnson had 5 sacks in a game, and they denote it as much. They have an asterisk. They print it in the media guide. But they do
don't
no
do the
such
same.
thing for Willie Davis. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. All right. All right, Lisa. Who knew Vonnie Holliday was the right answer?
Rant
Steve
over.
Miller knew. You darn right. Yeah, sometimes you just got to rant, you know. Steve Miller knew. Mitchell, context, Popeye, Boyang. Woo, what's that do to
Space
the top
Cowboy.
10? Call me Thomas. The only one with all 5 right so far, putting him in at number 1. We got Brett, Ryan, Steve, and Alex. Top
But
5,
anyone can
strong.
jump him with a good time.
With a good time, no doubt about it. But can I just say, a lot of the regulars who we usually have in the top 10, nowhere to be found today. Got some, I think we were tripping some people up. I like it. I like it. Keeping people on their toes. All right, why don't you give them the next question there, Perry?
Okay. Who did the Packers beat in the 1996 NFC Championship game to advance to Super Bowl 31? Cowboys, Vikings, Panthers, or 49ers?
Oh, I remember it like it was yesterday. Don't you,
it?
Perry?
No, but I know that I watched it.
There you go.
According to my father.
Papa Goldstein would have been right in front of the TV. I have zero doubt.
Yep.
Zero question. Yeah. Goldstein fam representing. Speaking of representing, I like your ensemble today. That's very nice.
Thank you.
Looking good.
Thank you.
Good stuff.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, does it have a record? Is it like every time I wear this shirt, we usually win?
No, it's just a generical guy. Oh, no, but I did wear this when we beat the Seahawks in the divisional game this year. So
there you go. See? So it's got some good luck into it. I like it. All right, why don't you give him the answer? Oh, Lisa, are we ready? All right, give him the answer, Perry.
The Packers defeated the Carolina Panthers 30-13 in the NFC Championship for the right to take on the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 31. We all know.
I watched that game with Corey Banke in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. True story. My freshman year at North Carolina School of the Arts. Corey was in his 3rd year. Good times had by all. All right, Lisa.
Secretly tells everyone he's younger than Corey.
Except I'm older than Corey. That's the sad part. It's true.
Oops.
True story. All right. Let's look at that top 5, Lisa. Oh, look at Boy Yang is throwing down today. Chris,
coming in
I'll tell you
hot.
what, Chris Wanless. Chris is having a good day too. Jared, Steele, Real DK, representing. What does that do to our top 10? Let's see what we got here. Steel Driving Crew, I see you. Brett, Ryan. Oh, somebody slipped up. Nobody's got them all right anymore.
Oop.
I tell you what, look at this. I mean,
I'm very impressed.
Pretty much the top 5 is really super close. Now this is the definition of it's anybody's ballgame. Anybody could win this. Wide open here, kind of.
Someone come in and take the lead.
I want someone to take it over. All right, next question. How many NFL championship games have been played at Lambeau Field? How many NFL championship games have been played at Lambeau Field? None, 3, 5, or 7? None, 3, 5, or 7. How many NFL championship games have been played at Lambeau Field?
Very important distinction.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Oh boy, a championship game at Lambeau Field. Cold and snowy and exciting.
Very exciting. Exactly. For real. Steel Driving Crew. Oh no, it says, oh shoot, what'd you get wrong, buddy? All is good. All is well. Worry not. Hey, whatever happened? Where's 9 Noom? Whatever happened to 9 Noom and 9 Noom is cheating? Well,
he never returned.
I missed the 9 Noom. I missed the 9 Noom drama. Don't worry, my friend's down there. He'll have that shield down in time. Or this will be the shortest offensive of all time. Sorry, I'll just go on a Star Wars quote fest. Wait, Lisa, what? Okay, that's fine. But have we got a top 5?
Fault that the times are high.
All right. The times are messed up as far as the length and amount of time it took, but we're good. Why don't you give them the answer there, Perry?
Okay. Lambeau Field has hosted the NFL Championship 3 times in 1961, 1965, and 1967. It's been that long? And we hope everyone had a good time because it will never happen again. Wow, I can't believe it's been that long.
Well, you know, once Super Bowl started, that was the end of that. You know, they started having neutral fields, etc. And Lambeau was never going to be the choice.
I read this wrong.
How so? How did you read it? You probably read it like some people in the audience read it.
NFC Championship.
Oh, that's why I literally put the emphasis on
I
NFL.
didn't put it together.
Aha.
Yeah, I heard you emphasizing it, and I literally didn't even put it together.
You even said.
Important distinction.
Important distinction. Barry, just have some more red wine, all right? Don't worry your pretty little head. Let's get to the answers.
I'm a little drunk.
Who knew what, and when do they know it, Lisa? Oh, there we go. New number one. Brandy, of course Brandy knew. Gretchen, Ed, Dan. How's that look on our top 10? Let's see it. See the leaderboard. Brett, I like it. Ed, Joseph, Ryan, Boyang. Am I saying that right? I don't even know if that is. Boyang. Jared, Chris, Steve, Alex, Joe. That's a lot of one-syllable names. Jared, Chris, Steve, Alex, Joe. Very good. Very good. All right, how many questions we got left here? We got 3, 4, 3. We got 3 left. All right. It's anybody's ball game. Next question. Jake Kummerow began his college career before transferring to another school and becoming the first player from that school to ever appear. He began his college career at Illinois, sorry. Before transferring to another school and becoming the first player from that school to ever appear in a regular season game for the Packers. What was the school? Was it UWGB, UW Platteville, UW Whitewater, or Lawrence University? Jake Kummerow was the first player from what school to ever appear in a game for the Packers?
Otherwise known as Touchdown Jesus.
Touchdown Jesus in the house. Who they brought back? I'm happy to see it. Although, who knows how long he'll last after the draft.
Yeah.
If they end up drafting like 2 wide receivers.
It could be a crowded wide receiver room.
Could be a crowded room. Yeah. Very possible. All right. Oh, boy. But, yeah. Jake Kummerow. I love Kummerow.
Me too.
I mean, he's just
hard
the
not
kind of
to
guy
root
you
for
root
him.
for. How can you not?
Yeah.
All right, why don't you give him the answer there, Perry?
Okay. Kummerow finished with 158 receptions for 2,648 yards and 36 touchdowns from UW Whitewater. Oh, wow. Oh, and they're the Warhawks. That's a great mascot. Before going on to sign with the Bengals as an undrafted free agent. Some good stats.
Uh-huh. Who knew the answer there, Lisa? I'm very interested. What kind of names we got? Real DK throwing it down, representing. Clearly he's drank some Busch Light at Whitewater. I think that's pretty obvious here. Popeye, Steve, Mitchell, Boyang. What's that do for our top 10 with 2 questions left? How are we looking, Lisa? Ed at number 1. I like it.
Sneaking in.
Joseph, Boyang, Jared, Steve. Look at this. This is the hotness right here. That's what I'm talking about. It's anybody's ball game. A lot of ball game left. All right. Give us the next question there, Perry.
Okay. The Packers and Bears have faced each other 200 times. What is the longest winning streak the Packers have had in that time? 3 games, 5 games, 10 games, or 12 games? To infinity and
Important question.
beyond.
Okay, Buzz. Easy. I like it.
They will win infinity games against the Bears.
I should hope so. I truly hope so.
The Bears who don't have a pick until late into the second round.
It's how gorgeous is that? The fact that they
Amazing.
spent all this capital on Khalil Mack, who has done nothing against the Packers since week 1 when he terrorized what's his name? The backup. Well, after Aaron went out, he had he made this highlight reel out of killing a backup. Then Aaron came back and they destroyed him, and he hasn't.
Yeah,
done
well,
anything
everyone
against the
knows
Packers
how that
since.
game ended, so...
Exactly. That's my point. And they spent all this draft capital, paid him all this money.
2 first-round
Enjoy
picks,
that.
right?
Yep. Enjoy that.
And Z is better.
Right. The Packers beat the Bears 10 games in a row from 1994 until 1998. They are also currently on a 2-game win streak, which will hopefully rival the previous 10-game streak. But 10 games is the longest
That's
win streak
wild.
the Packers have had. 10 games. Let me tell you, Perry, that was a hot time. When they you just knew it. They would beat the pants off the Bears every time. Because it made up for the 80s. Let me tell you, yeah. Because in the 80s, holy cow, they just kicked our ass like all the time, and it was so depressing.
But they haven't been that good since then.
My overriding memory of that rivalry when I was a kid was William Perri, the refrigerator, on I think it was a nationally televised game, being used in the backfield, and then he scored a touchdown against Green Bay. And it was like them just rubbing it in our face. Like, it was awful. It was just the worst.
Yeah.
So to turn around with Brett and just kick their ass 10 times in a row, it's pretty great.
We're continuing to do so. To
Correct.
this day.
Correct. Because the Bears still suck. All right. Who knew the answer to that one there, Lisa? Let's see what we got. Oh, Boy Yang, of course. Gretchen. Let me tell you, Gretchen always isn't, she's not always in the top 5, but she represents on, like, the shit that matters. You know what I mean? Like, Packers-Bears rivalry.
And you know
like
she's always getting the
backbone.
questions right.
Yeah, the backbone of the Packers organization. Gretchen's there. She knows what's up. That's a good-looking top 5. All right, what's the top 10 look heading into the final question, Lisa? What do we got? Oh, Ed holding strong. Barely edging out Joseph. And then we got Boyang, Steve, Ryan. We got a bunch of people with 7 correct. We got 2 with 8 correct. So, getting this one right as quickly as possible is going to spell victory for someone. Final question. What round of the NFL draft was Bart Starr drafted in? The 2nd round, the 7th round, the 17th round, or the 20th round?
How many rounds did they used to have?
Well, we'll find out, won't we there, Perry?
Okay, fair.
I think you just represented a lot of people in the comments. That's pretty good.
Like, what?
I like it. It's always good when I can stump. It's always good when I can stump the co-host who literally has the script in front of her with the answers.
No, I know the
hours
answer
beforehand.
I know the answer. I'm looking at the answer. I just can't believe.
You were so incredulous.
Trying to throw everyone off, all right?
Yeah, that's it. Well done.
Who are the Packers gonna pick this year in the 2nd round?
In the 2nd round? I don't know. I have no idea. It won't be the next Bart Starr, I'll tell you that.
Do you think we're gonna move around?
I think there's a good chance they'll drop back at some point. Not on. Yeah. I doubt it's in the 1st round, but I think on the 2nd night, I think there's a good chance they move back. I didn't hashtag rookie move, Brandy. It's all right. It's preseason for everybody. It's all good. Why don't you give him the answer there, Perry?
Okay. Starr played college football at the University of Alabama and was selected by the Green Bay Packers in the 17th round of the 1956 NFL Draft, where he played for them until 1971. And
he was the GOAT. Enough said. Come on. What more do you need? Everyone's like, Tom Brady's the GOAT. Okay, if Tom Brady's the GOAT, go back and watch Bart Starr and look at his accomplishments, then he's the GOAT. I mean, if
and people
Tom
say
Brady
like the game was different.
Of course it was.
But if you go back, but if you still go back and watch, like even for me, obviously I didn't watch then. You still go back and watch, and he was still fantastic. You can still tell if you plucked him into this generation's NFL, he would have still been amazing.
There is lit rally, not a throw and not a play that Tom Brady makes that Bart Starr couldn't or wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's that simple. So if it's about this is how they played the game, you plug Starr into today's world with the diet and the training, etc., blah blah blah. There is not a thing that Tom Brady has done that Bart Starr couldn't do. Sorry.
Yep.
all I do is speak facts. I don't want to mislead you with
All you got to
untruths.
do is go back and watch, and you'd see it. So.
Yeah, you see it, definitely. All right, Lisa. Who knew what? When did they know it? Final question. Oh, Chris Wanless was like, he got it like so quickly. He was like, boom, I got it. Like, not even a question. Even before it came out of my mouth, Chris knew the answer to that one. I love it. All right, what does that do for the final leaderboard? Let's see it. Drum roll, please. Joseph takes it home with 9 out of 10. Brett, Joe, Ed, and Cody rounding out your top 5. Amazing. Boyang, Josh, Real DK, Gabriel. Oh, Gabriel was thrown down at number 6. That's a good look for of someone who wasn't really in the top 5 a lot. Joseph, congratulations. You get bragging rights for 24 hours. We will be back tomorrow with the final trivia throwdown of the week. Perri,
thank you for
any
everyone
final
for
words
playing.
for the fine folks?
No, just tomorrow's Friday. Get excited. Enjoy it. I don't know what you're doing for the weekend.
It's so different than every other fucking day.
You know what?
Nowadays. But
we can still enjoy
yes.
Fridays. Tune in for trivia.
You know what I'm gonna do tonight? I'm gonna throw together a playlist. I'm gonna do like on my Insta. I'm gonna like do some DJing. I'm gonna throw down. I don't care.
Do it.
Screw it.
Do it.
Why not?
Yeah.
Right? I'm also gonna drink heavily. But okay, that's it.
Put in some Dua Lipa in there for me.
Oh my god, I love it. I love that new album's so good. All right, everyone. For Perri, I'm Aaron. Thank you so much. Watch tomorrow, more trivia. Next Thursday night, we're watching the draft. Hope you can join us. Hit like, hit subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family. CheeseheadTV, we're devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great night.
Go Pack, go.